K.I.T.T Automated Roving Robot. K.A.R.R, if you prefer.
I want you to think of an archnemesis. Think Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. And today we have the opposite of KITT, which is K.A.R.R. Be mindful that K.A.R.R here in this case is spelled as K-A.R.R, K.A.R.R, the Night Automated Roving Robot, the K.A.R.R we have right in front of us. This is actually the 1/18 scale Hot Wheels Elite version, which came out in 2014, that's a while back. Yeah, I always thought that K.A.R.R was a very interesting villain in cinema or TV history. As whack, and whack in a good way, as whack as the show was with all the villains, and how could a car beat a person up, you know? In this case, a copy of the protagonist as a villain works perfectly. K.A.R.R actually appeared in season 1 actually, in I believe episode 6 or 7 or so, in the episode called Trust Doesn't Rust, and actually that's one of my favorite episodes. I really like that one. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the package. So, front of the box, let's see, Hot Wheels Elite, and this really interesting carbon textured box is actually quite cool, as you can see. So yeah, front of the box, actually a really simple design actually, I kind of like it. We have a shot of K.A.R.R, and I will get to these lights in a little bit. Left upper corner we have the Hot Wheels Elite logo. At the right upper corner we have the Knight Rider logo, and right underneath we have the K.A.R.R, the Night Automated Roving Robot. Top of the box not really that interesting, just has a Knight Rider logo on top, and you can see the carbon fiber texture here really well actually, and I kind of dig that, it's really cool. Side of the box not really that interesting, and the back of the box is rather interesting. It has some information about K.A.R.R, where he originated from and what he did in the series. You can pause the screen and read this yourself. Yeah, that's basically it for the box, and let's get straight into the car, shall we? And there it is, K.A.R.R in 1/18 scale. And I must say that this whole model actually feels less like a toy and more like a display piece than the ERTL Joyride kit. Throughout this review you may see this problem quite some time, which if I open the door and close it, this happens. But as you can see from the camera, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. Some people wear white gloves with them. I don't bother for reviews. But look at that, those are all fingerprints. We have this beautiful two-tone colored paint job from gray to black. And I don't know, it's something striking about this whole paint job, which I really like. But yeah, there's another feature in this model which I really like, which the ERTL didn't have, and that is pop-up headlights. If we flip the car, we see this beige lever, and if we push that, the headlights come out. What I found weird is when we take a look at the box, we see that K.A.R.R has some fog lights up here with the in the grille section, and my version doesn't have that actually, as you can see here. That's kind of weird, isn't it? And I saw online not one example that had the same problem as me. Actually, I replaced these batteries because batteries from 2014 all the way to now is a surefire way to be dead. So there's a button underneath, this very small button here. If you press it, the light function actually activates. And one thing that is kind of bumming me out about this whole model is the ERTL Joyride had a very interesting feature of 2 buttons, where if you pressed one, it will activate for approximately a couple seconds, and another button you can turn it on permanently. And this doesn't have that. This just has the 10 seconds or so on and off time. Another thing about the scanner was that I remember from the show that the scanner was actually green. When looking back at the show, it actually wasn't. It was actually more of a amber color instead of green. I also played the Knight Rider games back in the early 2000s. In those games, K.A.R.R had a green scanner, and in GTA San Andreas mods as well, but apparently it doesn't. We can open up the hood as well, and it reveals a very nice engine. I have no interests or knowledge about engines at all. I just know that the Trans Am version in '82 came out with a V8 powered engine. In real life it would house a V8 engine. In the show it would house a jet powered engine. What I also really like about this particular model is the doors open a little bit more realistic than the other version. And like I said before, this feels less like a toy, and this feels like a proper display piece. So these are all the doors that can open, just the same as the ERTL Joyride version. So let's flip the car over for a second. and look at the underside of the car. So as you can see, there's some armored plating, the lever for the headlights, button for the scanner. So here we see some interesting suspension, transmission, some armor plating as well. And these are actually some rocket boosters to activate the turbo boost with. Battery compartment, these take 3 LR44 tiny knob batteries, which are crazy expensive. So this is the inside of K.A.R.R, and I must say that actually looked very realistic and I really like it. I must say the steering wheel in this version looks a lot better. So alright, this car also has some functions, which if I open this door and press this little button, something happens. I don't really get why you would have play features in a display piece. You could use this as a quote-unquote toy, of course, but I don't really like this feature at all. Whenever I move the model around, these things will just go on by themselves. Right now I want to compare it to the ear-tail Joyride KITT, which is also a very interesting model. As much as I really like the ear-tail Joyride version, I think my preference goes to the Hot Wheels Elite version. So right, first of all, we have the wheels. I think the tire size of the Hot Wheels is 1,000 times better than on the ear-tail Joyride version. One thing that I think ear-tail Joyride does better is the scanner. It's brighter, I have more options to display the scanner. The K.A.R.R version is very dim and I replaced the batteries, but it didn't really help. What I found especially missing with the ear-tail Joyride was the pop-up headlights. I think that's just absolutely necessary for a Pontiac Trans Am from '82. And I'm a big fan of pop-up headlights. There's something about them which I just really love. One noticeable difference if you put them side by side is K.A.R.R is actually a lot longer. Or maybe not a lot, but a sizable amount longer than KITT, and especially wider too. Alright, that's basically K.A.R.R from the Hot Wheels Elite version. Although both models are just perfectly fine. One isn't really better than the other, but I clearly have a preference, and my preference goes a little bit more towards the Hot Wheels Elite version. It looks more realistic as a proper scaled down vehicle, and I think the ear-tail Joyride feels a bit more like a toy. I'm kind of in the Knight Rider mood lately, and I think this is a really nice addition to my collection. I just think that these two on a shelf look great together, right? But yeah, that's basically my review of K.A.R.R, the Knight Automated Roving Robot, voiced by, I'm not really sure about the name, but it's voiced as the same guy as Optimus Prime. And the pronunciation of K.A.R.R, you know, he says it so over the top. K.A.R.R, if you prefer, you know, like the stretch R, K.A.R.R. Kind of noticeable when I when I watched that episode. I think Hot Wheels Elite is a real proper diecast brand. I really liked it. The details are astounding, and I don't know, it just seemed very cool in my opinion. This is actually an end to my Knight Rider themed videos, and I believe that's every scale model car that's come out Knight Rider wise. We'll give them a nice place on the shelf. And that's basically it for the video, so thank you all very much for watching. I saw that you really liked the KITT version, so I hope you will enjoy K.A.R.R just as much. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, it would help out immensely. And I hope to see you next time as well. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon.